Alrighty, so let's see what we have going on today. I don't really have a specific topic in mind. I just feel really excited to read, or like compelled to read. I wonder if that means anything. Like, I always wonder if that's just my internal excitement and I can't wait to read and play cards, or if that's like spirit is like, get off your ass and go record this shit, bitch. So I can never really tell. But I've recorded a lot of these ones and they always end up like things that I don't end up posting. Because they always end up seeming like messages that are just for me after all, and I don't want to like flood the public with irrelevant shit. So let's see if this is irrelevant shit that's just for me, or if this is something that we can share, if it's universal. The Fool, card number 0. That seems pretty universal. Okay, we're all starting a journey. Oops. 6 of Swords. Moon. A lot of Aquarius, and then Aries. New beginnings and change, and new beginnings and change. Wanting a clean slate. No more responsibility. No more of the same bullshit. No more being attached to things that have more power over us than we ever possibly could. No more triggers, no more programming. Like legit, when I say clean slate, we're really trying to get rid of any kind of programming over our entire lives up until this point that needs to be deleted, like antivirus setup. Like a serious sweep is taking place. None of the things that ever had a pull on us or triggered us, even unconsciously, like, are gonna have that power anymore moving forward. Clean slate. All of our triggers are based on associations that have built up like the decalcified crap in your like shower and shit. It needs to be cleared, and that's what we're working on. That is a universal goal, but it's hard because a lot of those triggers are connected to associations, most of which are subconscious, unconscious, so it's really hard to even observe or notice our own triggers. We think that's just us, it's all natural. 3 of Wands. Expand again, Aries. Aquarius, Aquarius. Aries, Aries, Capricorn in the center. Who else is here? Gemini, Capricorn again with the Lovers and the 4 of Pentacles. It's such, it feels like such an evil form of corruption that a lot of these triggers and programming that they've embedded within us, the only reason that it ever took and stuck for as long as it did is because it's connected to the things that we love, or at least what we were programmed to believe is love. So a lot of the times we are behaving from places of love and from the heart and what we believe is morally right, like deep down, truly we're behaving from that place consciously as much as we can. But it's like a lot of the time we're discovering that even the root of those feelings within us are connected to programming. It's not our definition of love and goodness and kindness. It's something else outside of us, and it's how it controls us in this life, in this dimension. Through guilt, through pain, through shame, through longing. and then calling those things the difference between love and hate. We are very much in the place where we are trying to get rid of all of it. It's a mind sweep is taking place, a mind sweep. Anything that we've been holding on to because we somehow found a way to disguise ourselves into thinking that, oh, it's love, and the noble, loyal thing to do is hold on to the things that you love and the good values that you've been taught. It's ingrained in us to be this way because human beings really, we really are such loyal, powerfully faithful things. And they exploit that in us. They use that against us to their advantage. This is how they harvest our energy and keep the system going the way the system is going, where we are powerless and the parasites above us somehow assume control or authority over we powerful beings, endlessly powerful. We are experiencing an energy of having a hard time moving on from the things that we believe that we love and that are connected to what we think is our heart. Anytime that we feel stress or pain on any level, that energy is very useful for things that we can't even see that are constantly living off of it all around us. Stress, fear, anxiety, holding on and feeling like something is being ripped from you, so you have to hold on even tighter. It makes it hard for you to move forward. Illusions. It's not the thing you're holding on to that matters. It's not even you. It has nothing to do with you. It's all about the energy that the parasites around you are able to harvest from you. When you experience stress, when you experience fear, shame, longing, when you experience stagnancy, and the sense that you are not free, it's been programmed in you. It's a yummy, yummy dinner for parasites. And it allows them to live in our world, because the fact of the matter is our world is such a high vibrational place that they would never be able to reach. But they want to be a part of our world. It's quite pathetic, right? So they have to bring our energy down to a level where they exist. Because if we were to rise up from these illusions and fears and things that we're clinging to that we think that we love, those things would fall off. They can't travel up there with us. There's like no room for them to breathe up there. They're a different kind of breed. They're parasites. Low vibrational. We're living in a dimension that is lower than our own to appease all of these things that have become our slave drivers through our emotions. We are in a place of trying to move on, and we're going to be successful, but it's hard. Three of Wands, Three of Cups. They have a way of infiltrating your boundaries as a human being and our boundary as a race called humanity. They first created the boundaries between all of us, otherwise there were no boundaries, we were all just one. They created the boundaries that makes you think you're different from me and vice versa in this dimension like this, as a means to control us, because a thing that has so many boundaries is easily controlled and as well invaded. The whole point was to create such a being that did have such a thing as boundaries that you can cross over and invade. So they created distinction and a sense of boundaries, and we struggle a lot with our boundaries emotionally. That was the whole point. It was for them to get in. We struggle with maintaining our boundaries as like a collective conscious, as like a soul, as like a human race, and each individual. We have boundary issues. They put that in us. It makes us easier to control. If we knew that actually we were all one and there was no such thing as a boundary, we might be able to rise up over time, like practicing that, right? But as of right now, we see each other as distinct and different, and the confusion that ensues when you create a system of chaos like that is, no wonder they were successful for as long as they were. But they can't be for long. Look how many of us are aware and conscious of this shit. It can't stay like this, and it won't. This is why people need to be reading the signs of the universe. This is why tarot is important. I don't ever want to hear people say shit like, tarot's bullshit and there's no such thing as... It's like, nothing is bullshit. I remember being in high school and I used to carry around a deck of playing cards just for fun. But they would speak to me. Sometimes a card would pop out and that number in that suit, in that color, there was a message. It's true. And you don't have to think about, if you don't believe in angels and God is irrelevant. The conversation that you're having with these symbols is the conversation you're having with your own unconscious, subconscious mind. That's why it's important to read cards. Because you can understand yourself better on a deeper level. You can channel spirit outside of you, yeah. But it's not just about the cards. It's about everything. Everything. Opening your eyes. What does it mean when it rains? What does it mean when it rains and you feel it sprinkle on the right side of your body more so than the left? Like, these things mean things. You are having an experience that you're registering. Every little thing that happens to you is a code that has a meaning underneath it, and you can figure that out the more that you practice this language with yourself and the universe. The more that we do this, there's no room for parasites, because they're the things that they ingested in us that are creating illusions for us would fall off. The reason we are able to invest in and ingest the illusion is because we don't have awareness of our own higher self, and we don't have a dialogue with the universe. None of us do. Or at least we're working on getting there, and we should be more and more. But shit like parasites won't be able to latch onto a being like this. So practicing tarot is really important. Oracle cards, yeah. But whatever else you do that is spiritual, as in that allows you to speak with love to yourself and the universe, to see things that are symbols and decode them as though you are reading a book and everything about that book is a symbol more so than the literal. Gotta get into these energies. I had a reading done for me just recently by a girl named Simona. I'm going to put her information in my description because it was a very life-changing reading. It was a 1 hour long reading this girl did. She channeled my ancestry. She channeled the matriarch of my ancestry, and a lot of messages were given to me, and they came off really cryptic, but I knew exactly what they meant, just like you would if they were for you in a different way. Everybody understands the universe according to their own language. And tarot is really important. Getting a deck of tarot cards and doing it for yourself, and having tarot readers read for you, whether those are your friends or whatever, it's a good beginning as to how to develop a conversation with the universe or your own faith or whatever it is outside of just the third dimension, which is the one that we need to see past. But this girl Simona, it was probably the best, most accurate reading I've ever had, because it was an hour long and she meditated on my heritage and my lineage, and she told me about what I was going through right now, specifically some of the indoctrinated programming that I need to get through. That was very revelatory, so it seemed appropriate right now based on the topic that we're talking about that I would recommend her, and I'm going to put her info down in the description box. I don't know how much she uses YouTube, but I know that she's really active on Facebook, so I'm going to put those links there so you can check her out and ask her, because... And not just her, do your own research. Find somebody who you feel like you really vibe with and have them read, or get a deck of cards and read for yourself and other people, or whatever it is, even if it's not tarot. We need to start developing and using these tools and these resources and these communication forms to connect us to something outside the 3D at this point. It puts us above our fears, and it puts us above the illusions that control us. It puts us above higher vibration. It's a lot harder to bring us down from there. Who knows how they ever did it in the first place, but that's irrelevant now. Those who know that knowledge is around. I guess I can research it too. Just like you, just like all of us. Wow, that's crazy. This is the energy that we're in right now, it seems. Getting into the new year, and it looks like this is the main topic. So check out this girl Simona. I'm going to put her description in my description below, as well as a few other people that I know that do tarot readings and things like that have really helped me. And if you're not into tarot, then find something. It doesn't matter. Pick up you can even channel messages by listening to music or watching movies. people who sit down and binge watch like 8 hours a day on Netflix, like you think that they're just watching TV. Those people are like receiving messages, and a lot of them are corrupt, so be careful. But you can see deeper and see messages in there that are like specific to you, from spirit to you. You can do that listening to music, watching movies. You can do that going for a walk and sitting under a tree. You can do that going swimming. There's so many ways to do it, including tarot, of course. This is the paradigm we all have to get like a little bit accustomed to, or try to get ourselves moving toward as like a collective. These fears and these illusions are rampant, and they are like a fucking disease on us. We don't need it. We exist above it. Okay. I guess that'll do. Okay. Thank you.